We're gabbing. We're gabbing. We're gabbing. We're gabbing. We're gabbing. We're gabbing.
Welcome to GABbin
Gabbing
with Gracie.
and Heather.
Tonight I am drinking, I think I've had this before. It's called Lorbella and it's a white wine. It just says white wine, which I'm
Oh,
always
okay.
like, what does that mean when it just
I
says white wine?
yeah, that's a really good question there. Drinking rosé. It literally says rosé and there's a mirror font
Oh,
underneath it. Yeah, yeah.
so a different kind of rosé this time.
Rosé, rosé. Maybe that's instead of Rochelle, Rochelle from Seinfeld, it's rosé, rosé.
I like that.
Yeah. So far so good.
Well, this week we are going to wrap up our discussion of the White Lotus season 3. Last time we discussed a lot of like the guests. I think we got all the guests covered,
I
but we
believe
wanted to
we
focus
did.
this week on the staff. So I don't know if you want to start with like a particular person. We did talk about Jim Hollander last week a little bit because of his tie-in
Yes.
with Rick.
Yes. I wouldn't mind talking about Guy Talk.
I
Not quite
guess
sure. Thank you. I
I
couldn't
think that's how you
remember
say
how to
it. I
pronounce
kept
it.
like trying to listen every time they said his name.
Yes.
I think it's Gaitak.
Yes. I thought he was such a sweet character, such a sweet individual. He cared about his job.
Hmm.
He wanted more for himself, and I got really pissed off at the end with his character. Well, for him, not, at him.
Yeah. I absolutely loved him and I got really to tie in with him and Mook. I got really like aggressively angry towards Mook. And I'm glad
Hmm.
we didn't actually talk about them last week because I think I've calmed down a little bit because I think I was putting a little too much of it on her. And while she's definitely partially to blame, ultimately he did make the decisions that he made. So I feel like that speaks a little bit to his character. Like I
I
was like so defensive of him the whole time. Like I was like, this is a sweet, kind man. He keeps thinking of the Buddha and what the Buddha would do, and you are trying to corrupt him with your ambition.
I girl, okay. So I was not happy with that's where I was trying to get at, and I just didn't want
Yeah.
to say anything just yet. She was ambitious,
And
but
manipulative.
she wasn't ambitious for I don't even think she was manipulative. I think she was showing who she really was. Like, oh, well, you're
Okay.
not okay. Like I didn't get it as her trying to make him if not she would stick around a little bit more. Or she would have been with him a little bit sooner, knowing that she can manipulate him from the get-go. But because she saw that there was opportunity for him to like be better when he said, "Oh, he had a close relationship with her." She wasn't being mean and not talking to him. They were friends. And when he started saying, like he told Sritala, I hope I'm pronouncing her name correctly,
I don't think anybody can pronounce it correctly.
Sritala, that he would love to be part of, her security because but because of what he did. He
Yeah.
stopped, well, not that he stopped. What was it that he did? Shoot.
But originally it was the bank robbery, and then he
Hmm.
shot Rick.
Well, yeah, but before the whole Rick thing, she was like, oh, well, if he talked to her, I this is what I'm
Yeah.
thinking that she's thinking. Oh, if he talked to her, then maybe he's gonna like get more money and this like that's what I think she was thinking. And then
Like
she started to
maybe.
show more interest, and then she went
Okay.
out with him.
So maybe I'm being a little too harsh on her. Like maybe
No, I
she.
think you're right to be harsh on her, but I don't think she was being manipulative. I think she was just like, oh, here's my opportunity to be with somebody who is going to maybe get
Yeah.
paid a little bit more, is under the spotlight with Sritala, and I'll be close to her, get that little fame interaction. That's the way I saw it.
I think that I just thought that she was keeping him on the hook. And that's where I thought the manipulation was coming in. Like she was like, oh, if you had more, I thought you were more ambitious. Like, don't you want
Mm,
these things? Instead of being like, I don't think we have the same long-term goals.
see what
That's
you
where I
mean.
thought it was manipulative. But yeah, like maybe she just was trying to be too kind to him almost to trying to let him down, but like not making it clear that she was letting him down. And then when he took those cues as like, oh, I need to try to like become part of her security, so that I could win Mook over, then she
Mhm.
started to be like, oh, maybe I was wrong. Maybe is as ambitious as I was hoping that he would be. Do you think that he actually wanted to be a part of her security? I didn't think he did. I thought he like went that way just strictly because of Mook.
Did
Because he
she?
even said like, I think maybe I need to do like something else in my career, like choose a different career.
I don't
Like
know because
that he
I
doesn't want to
don't.
hurt people.
Yeah, like I don't remember. I don't know. I like for me there wasn't an inkling that he was. I don't know.
Like I don't
Like I
know if
don't.
you remember when he kept bringing up the Buddha, it was about like how the Buddha wouldn't want to hurt people and he doesn't
Right.
want to hurt people and stuff like that.
Right.
So like if that's the case, why would you want to be a security guard for somebody? Because ultimately, in order to protect that person, you're gonna have to hurt people.
Well,
Be
maybe
okay with that.
was it that he didn't want to shoot somebody and potentially kill them that was the problem? Because why is he security in the first place at the resort?
Well, that was kind of a back and forth because they were like, you're not here just to greet people like you think you are. Like, that's why, and like with the increase in crime, that's why they decided to get the gun, and he didn't seem
Right.
very comfortable
Comfortable.
with that at all. Because, yeah, like, even when he let the robbery happen because of Valentine distracting him, he wasn't even like aggressively going over to them. From what I remember, he like ran over there and was like, "What are you guys doing? Like,
Yeah.
what's happening?" And then they just attacked him. Like, it's not like he
Right.
went over and tried to like physically stop them.
It's not. It's just not who he is.
Yeah.
So
But
you're
that's exactly it. It's not fundamentally who he is. So like I think he maybe got into the security guard position not realizing that that would be necessarily a part of the job, and he just happened to skate by for years working there
hmm
because it was basically him just greeting people and lifting the gate, putting the gate down and stuff like that.
yeah.
And now that that has changed, he's starting to reevaluate and thinking about like, okay, who am I as a person and what should I do? And so I thought it was actually really insightful for him to want to like change careers because he was realizing like this isn't what I would want to do. But then like because he was so fixated on getting Mook to be interested in him, he did like a 180 and like leaned in to something that isn't necessarily like natural to him.
I can see that. I can see that. I did just think at the end when he shot Rick that he just did it because he, not because of Mook, but obviously caught in that moment, like you don't
Yeah.
have a choice. And then you have Shritala screaming to shoot him.
Yeah, because also he's coming into it not he doesn't know what happened exactly.
Right.
He's seeing this
But
man
she's the
walk
owner.
away holding an obviously injured woman in his arms. And so yeah, he's basically just going on what Shritala is commanding
hmm
without knowing what's going on. So he kind of like shot an innocent person because he had no idea at that point like what Rick actually had done.
He's going by whatever this woman is
Yeah.
saying. And she was manipulating him too in a way, I guess.
Yeah.
Lord have mercy.
Because like when I looked at it, I was like, why is he like, why would he shoot her or shoot him,
Him.
Rick? Because it looks like Rick is trying to get Chelsea help. Like he's
Right.
taking her away from the situation.
Right.
Yeah, I didn't like that part at all.
I think out of everyone on that show, he was the one that had like the most like existential crisis, I would say, trying to figure out
Yeah.
who he is. Well, actually, Lachlan also. Well,
Lachlan because of his stupid family. They
I
all
was
kind of had
gonna
existential crises.
say, yeah, because I was gonna say Saxon at the end there because of
Well, not
Chelsea.
Victoria.
No,
Victoria was the only one that did.
she's the only one that knew exactly who she was.
Well, Victoria and maybe Mordechai. Well, like the only other thing is like I question why he was or if he was actually into the fight or if that was him trying to just like be who other people think he should be. Maybe that's what it is about Guy Talk. Like he is so focused on being what he thinks that other people think he should be.
He's like another pleaser.
Yes, yes, him and Lockie. That's a really good point I hadn't thought about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that might be it. That's the problem.
And they're the two most likable characters
They are. You're right.
too. Interesting. Okay. But yeah, that's I don't really have anything else about them. Do you want to talk about Belinda?
Belinda, she started off high and she ended low. I have no respect for Belinda. Not anymore.
Oh, because of the money?
Yeah, I didn't do this, but I should have gone back and I should have looked at season one when what's the name of the Tanya, told her that she can no longer help her. I feel like it was verbatim, exactly what Tanya told her. She reiterated it, Porchai, whatever his name is.
Oh, that's interesting. I
The
now I
way
want to go back
she was
too.
let down, she let him down.
Oh, that's really fascinating. See, I was leaving it as I will determine how I feel about that and when we find out the next move. Because Zion was like, what about your man? And weren't you gonna open a spa with him? And she's like, can I just be like rich for 5 minutes? And I was like, yeah, give her a minute. There's a lot going on. She's like kind of
But,
being I was like,
but
maybe she'll come back and they'll open a spa somewhere. Not in oh my
the
God,
way
where is it?
the way she
Thailand.
said it to him and his reaction was like, no.
I thought she kind of left it a little open, but maybe I was just trying to be hopeful because yeah, it could go. It's one of those things
No,
I
no.
feel like it could go either way because she was like my situation has changed for the moment. I guess my hope is that we'll see in the future that they do open the spa together.
I'm gonna just
Because
put it
another
on.
thing is, I will say one thing. He's all up in here saying he wants to open a spa with her when they have known each other for less than a week.
I will agree with you on that. I will.
And they had sex. And that adds a complication
He
if you're
got
going business.
sprung. He got sprung. He's like, well, yeah, I want me some Melinda. Belinda. I do agree. Like he's taking a little bit
Yeah.
smart, but I mean, also so did Belinda and Tanya.
Yeah. But
You
yeah,
know,
I think I'm interested in going back because I think you're probably right that she probably did pull a Tanya.
she pulled it.
And Tanya's flaky enough that like we expect it from her, but we don't expect it from Belinda.
I don't at all. I do not. I'm
But
very
maybe that's it.
disappointed.
Maybe once settles in her new life, she'll realize that and she'll come back for him.
Very disappointed.
But like they can't do it in Thailand.
Oh, of course not.
So
Well, no, who's to say no?
well, I think that like the idea was like they never want to be able to like run into Greg or
Oh,
Gary ever again. Like he doesn't want to see them and they don't want to see him
crazy. Absolutely crazy.
unless they do it like way on like where the other side of the country or something like that.
I mean, I guess she could reach out and message him or whatever.
Yeah. I mean, we'll hope that in the future we see her again because maybe they set it up where like one of the locations is one that either she owns and he comes to or that they own together.
Time will tell.
But they had a good time. They
Time
vibed
will
instantly.
tell. They did. They did. But I was completely shocked.
Yeah.
Couldn't believe that she did that. I think I might have fast forwarded too much. It's like
I did like that Zion like called her out. I like their relationship. Like when
it
he
was
walked in to them in bed, like his face, I was like, ha 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 ha. Because most kids would be like, oh, disgusting. And
because they have an open, honest relationship with each other,
yeah,
I guess.
yeah.
So good for them there. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But I thought that was nice.
Oh, come on. I want to see if they should. No, I passed it. Poor Chai. Poor guy. Poor Chai. Sometimes you think you have like this instant connection with somebody and it just winds up being such a freaking disappointment because you let your feelings get too caught up
That's true.
in the moment. Really bothered by this. I should probably just like do a search online. It might be easier. Let me go back to my little jazz music on YouTube.
Do you have anything else about Belinda and or
No,
Zion?
no, that was all I had to
Or
complain about. What about you?
Yeah, I mean, I want to go back and rewatch like that part of the season and then also compare it to when Tanya flaked out on her. Because, yeah, if that is the case, I'm sure they did that on purpose. But that also makes me worry about Belinda because it did not work out well in the next season for Tanya.
Oh, well, according to AI Overview, Google AI Overview, no, Belinda did not say the exact same thing as Tanya to Pornchai, but the show deliberately used a similar message as a callback to Tanya's breaking her promise to Belinda in season one.
And I will say that I don't think that she ever promised him. He brought it up and as a
It,
possibility.
yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you there. But the fact that she had to talk to him about it, maybe there was more
Yeah,
conversation like offline, off screen that we weren't privy to.
that's true.
So, oh my God, unbelievable. Let me see. I'm trying to see if there's anything else.
Yeah.
Um,
One of the people, if you don't have anything else for Belinda and Zion, one of the people that I felt for so throughout the season was Pam. I was like, poor Pam.
who's
She's making
Pam?
it up. Yeah, exactly. Pam was the health nut
Oh,
for the crazy family.
yes,
What
yes.
were their
She
last names?
had, oh, I don't remember, but she
The
had a Ratcliffe.
Ratliff.
Ratliff.
Yeah.
I've never heard of that last name before. It really bothers me that they couldn't just say Ratcliffe,
Right?
and that's it.
Because we want to say Ratcliffe so bad. Whoa.
Ratliff sounds so wrong. Anyhow,
So I felt like Pam was like, I'm from New Zealand or wherever she was from, and I'm just trying to vibe and give you a good time.
they were not having any of it.
Yeah.
It, obviously she figured out like these people are effing crazy.
Yeah. But she was so nice.
They were like typical Americans, obnoxious.
Yes. Yes.
They are the ones that you hate to see coming from a mile away.
You're like, y'all are giving us a bad rep.
Name, yes, big time. We are not all like that. I can promise you.
So yeah, I just wanted to like give a shout out to Pam for really trying. Like she was actually my favorite of the health mentors because she really tried and she had a positive attitude.
She did. She did. And she got them to give up their devices.
Yeah, and she was so
Well,
happy.
okay, granted, I think it was more
It was
Daddy
the
Warbucks,
father
yeah, who did that, but
to save his own ass.
hmm
Do you have anything to say about Fabian, our very awkward manager?
no, I don't. Good luck with your singing career.
I'm glad he sang a song.
Yes, that's all he wanted to do. He got to do it. Good for him.
He was so nervous to be a manager.
I don't blame him. I hate being a manager.
But like you would think like usually when someone's a manager, they have like a little bit more confidence than he does. I don't know. He just seemed like very nervous.
I have no confidence
But
as a
yeah,
manager.
but you probably like your persona, people perceive you as having confidence. You probably like I think a lot of managers might have imposter syndrome,
Yes,
but yeah, he just seemed very like nervous. Nervous is the best way I know how to describe him.
I think you're describing him
Yeah.
perfectly. I really do. But I don't have much to say about him. I mean, he's just,
Yeah, he didn't really serve a purpose necessarily to the plot.
no, just introduce
Yeah.
Shitala to people. That's about
Yeah.
it.
Valentine,
That's
what a
like,
jerk.
like that storyline I didn't even like care for. Like I know they needed to use him to make the girls get into an argument with each other or whatever it was that was
Yeah.
and
Just
have a
using me the
riff.
fuckboy that he is.
Yes, and that's it.
And then like the whole thing with the robbery, the one thing I found that was odd, and I don't remember if I mentioned this last week when we were talking about the ladies and specifically Lori, when she has that hookup with Alexi and she goes to like escape his girlfriend like out the window, she passes by and she takes note of all the jewels that were stolen from the
Mhm.
spa.
Oh,
And
I didn't
like
even notice.
nothing ever comes of that. I thought
I
they were going to end up finding out that they were the ones that did it because she would say something.
I don't think she put two and two together. Like, does she know that there was a robbery?
That's a good point. I mean, I would think she would because it's not that big of a spa. based
But
off
she
of the fact
wasn't.
that they're always running into each other. But like they did have her pause and look at all the jewels and then go on. Maybe it was meant to be like show that he was like a grifter.
Yeah, I don't think it was meant for anything
Yeah.
else.
Because
And
I thought that Guy Talk would like say something and then she would back him up somehow. I thought that's how the storyline was gonna go.
oh, but then it would have to like bring them two together for some reason
Yeah,
to
like she
get to
could be
that
like
point.
walking by or something like that and hear the conversation or something like that.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, so that was one of the things with like his crew that I was like, oh, that's weird.
I
Um,
didn't even honestly notice it until you brought it up right now.
so maybe I just like
Yeah,
focused in on
you
it.
know, if she knew about the robbery, maybe she's like, fuck this, I'm on vacation. This isn't my problem.
Yeah. But it was what I thought was interesting about the group, Valentine, Alexi, and Vlad, was they bring up that Vlad and Alexi are in the country undocumented
Hmm.
and that they don't have a way to make money
Right.
legally because of it. And so I did feel for them at that point.
Yeah.
And like how Valentine pleads with Guy Talk about like if you tell on us, we'll all get sent back to Russia and we'll die.
That's
Because
hard.
that was like a tie-in to the complications of people's situations when they're somewhere where they can't like legally work or
It happens everywhere
yeah.
too. It's not just,
Yeah.
an American thing.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
Universal.
I know someone personally that went to another country undocumented and they were trying to work there and they ended up getting caught and sent back to the US.
Oh wow.
So, yeah, it goes both ways.
People just trying to make.
Yeah. People are trying to have like the best of a situation that they can.
Yeah, should not be penalized for that.
Yeah. But like, yeah, like with the person I know, they obviously came back and they were fine, but there are situations like they point out in this show that like that's not the case. Like it was somebody that I used to work with, so they were like an acquaintance. They were
Hmm.
able to come back and they like stayed with their grandma until they got back on their feet. Like a lot of people don't have that case. They're going to
No,
be sent back to some place where they might not have any kind of connections to help them,
exactly.
or where they're going to be outright like in
Or
danger because of whatever situation they were trying to
or
get
you
away
know,
from.
like dreamers who were brought here when they were younger. They're gonna go to a country that they don't know. They might have heard
Yeah.
about it. They might talk to family, but they don't know what it's like to live there.
Yeah, I follow someone on social media that got deported to Mexico, I think, somewhere where they speak Spanish, and she doesn't even speak Spanish. And she's like in her early 20s
Can't.
and had no memory of the country that she got deported back to, no family or anything. Like craziness.
It's heartbreaking.
Yeah.
Absolutely heartbreaking.
Yeah, other than like they were a meme of having the robbery set up, Guy Talk becoming like focusing on becoming like a security for Shalita and
Bodyguard or whatever.
introducing the gun that he'll later like kill Rick for. Like that I felt like that was like the whole setup also of those three characters. So it
Yep.
was like causing strife. They were like the
Yep.
instigators of strife, whether
Yes.
with the ladies or with the security of the spa
Yeah, you're right. Absolutely right.
or resort, not just spa. Yeah. So, but they were not, I didn't find them likable. They instantly
Typical
seemed like,
party guys.
yeah, party guys. They seemed like maybe like, the like red pill or maniverse is coming to mind. I don't know if that's exactly right.
Who?
Red pill or maniverse are like people like Joe Rogan type of people that it's all about like toxic masculinity and
Oh, yeah,
um
yeah. I can see that. To a certain extent. But
yeah.
they seem also to me like party boys, like frat boys
Yeah.
almost.
Yeah,
They're young. They want to go out drinking. Maybe drinking is the only thing that makes them feel better about themselves.
true.
I don't know.
Other than like when Valentine was saying about how they would die if they got sent back, they didn't seem to have like a whole lot of like below the surface
Uh-uh.
going on. There was that one little thing where it's like, who knows if it was true, where Alexi was talking about like his mother or grandmother or something and wanting to like
I
get
I was
her.
I was just about to say, I think that it was probably just all BS, like even what Valentin said
Yeah,
about them, just to get pity out of them. I thought it was a
that's
complete
true.
lie. I thought it was
That's
a
true.
complete lie
Well,
about
the only thing I was
Alexi.
thinking of, because they brought up the war,
Yeah, but they could use that to their advantage.
the only thing I was thinking of is that like they probably would die if they went back because they would just be put in the army.
Oh, okay.
So like that was probably accurate. So that's kind of what I assumed they were talking about.
Okay.
Because they didn't seem like the type that they would be like political dissidents or anything like that. They're not fighting against the regime. So it was more likely they didn't want to go into the army. Like they had gotten out before the war started, and they knew if they went back, they would just be put in the army because of
Yeah.
their age.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, and then, yeah, it's so bad that that would probably be the case. It's gotten to the point that he has taken prisoners, like violent prisoners, and released them into the army because
Gosh.
he has run out of people in the army.
And he's not gonna do like a draft. He's afraid
Oh,
there's
he did
gonna
a
be an
draft.
up. He did a draft?
But anyway, yeah, so I think they legitimately had like that fear. Whether or not that's what they were thinking of, I don't know. I might be putting that on them because I don't know that they think that deeply. So yeah, let's see. Who else do we have? We have Rita. I think she's the last one. And we talked about her a little bit last week because of
Yeah.
like I feel like she should have stayed with Rick and that would have saved a lot of lives. Obviously it couldn't work out for the plot line, but
Right.
I thought she was very nice. I liked her.
I liked her
Very
too.
calming. She was very like on point as a meditation teacher.
I felt like she shouldn't have left Zion too at the beginning of the show. She just up and left. I think after a
Yeah,
point, every man for themselves, I suppose. But
we'll give her like some credit because she did try to like well first of all props to her for meditating out the gunshots like she did not
hmm
hear them at first and
hmm
then she tried to like didn't she try to like stop him and tell him to get down at first
Yeah, she did.
and she like peaced out which I don't blame her.
Yeah, just don't know where it's coming, where it's going,
Yeah.
anything. It's
And he didn't
insane.
know where his mother was, so he was just kind of like flying into danger.
He was.
Which I understand the instinct, but at the same time, like, what are you gonna do? Like,
Well,
you don't know where she is.
also, I mean, well, it that is true, but maybe he just wanted to get to her, assuming that Greg was doing something.
Yeah, that's true.
Not that he could save her, God forbid,
I didn't
it
even
was
think
him.
about that aspect because that this like that would have been like after the money and everything.
Yeah.
Because she
I
ends
mean,
up saying like you're if I'm paying for this, I don't care if we just got all this money. If I paid for this, you're going to that meditation class. So like yeah, I didn't even think about that because like that was like right before they were planning on piecing out with all their money.
did you not like think throughout the season, as you were watching the season, that maybe that gunfire was for her once she realized who he was?
I the second I saw Belinda, I was like, oh no, something's gonna happen to my girl. Like I
I thought
was
so
so
too.
fearful, but I had no clue at that point. Like at the beginning, I had no clue what the gunfire was related to because I didn't know that Greg was there, Greg slash Gary. But yeah, like I didn't necessarily connect it to the beginning. By the time I found out he was there, I just felt like very like concerned.
I thought, I wondered if it was
Uh,
them too,
yeah, I
because you
don't
just
know.
never know with White Lotus who it could
Yeah, I
be.
don't know why I didn't think that it would be related to her, but I just like I had this like ominous feeling that like he was gonna do something to her. But also, we have to think about, and I don't know if this was it, he doesn't do the dirty work himself.
That is true. He sends others.
Yeah. But yeah, I did not necessarily think that the gunfire at the beginning was him going after her. And I
Do you
don't know
think?
why. I
Do
think I
you
just
think?
was too compartmentalized or something.
That's okay. That's why we're talking about it.
Yeah.
Do you think that he could pop up again in another season? Obviously, it's not our choice, but
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, he has been the common thread in all the seasons.
Hmm.
Like the two of them, because she was in 1 and 3, and he was technically in all three, right? Because the
Yep.
second one, was he at the end or was he just in photos?
He was in it at the beginning of the season because he left
Oh,
her.
right. I
He
forgot he
left her.
left.
Hmm.
Okay. I forgot that. And that's when she went on her adventure.
Yes,
Yeah. So I think they're the only ones that have been in multiple seasons, right?
correct. And Tanya,
Oh yeah, because Tanya was in 1 and 2. But RIP, our girl can't come back, and unless something wild happens,
the twin. That'll turn into a soap opera. I don't know how I feel about that.
or unless they do some kind of flashback where she does like a little thing.
Maybe,
Yeah,
maybe, yeah, maybe with
you
Greg.
never know.
Yeah,
Or
yeah,
with Linda.
yeah.
So,
Eh,
all right. Well, I don't know that I have anything else. Do you have anything overall about the show?
No, that was it.
Okay. All right, folks, let us know what you thought about the White Lotus season 3. Hit us up on Instagram. It is at GABbin Podcast, or you can send us an email. The address is gabbinpodcast@gmail.com. And thanks for listening to GABbin. Go check us out on Instagram, like and follow us. Check out our other episodes. We are on all the major platforms where you can find your podcast. Feel free to buy us a coffee.
Please do. We need it.
Talk to you next week. Thanks for listening to GABbin.
GABbin. We're GABbin. We're GABbin. We're GABbin. We're GABbin. We're GABbin. We're GABbin.